Hello everyone and welcome back to Dassi Insights. Today we are talking about a book that can change the way you improve your life. The book is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is not about big dramatic changes. It's about small changes that feel easy. The idea is simple, small habits done consistently can lead to big results over time. Many people fail not because they're not smart or not motivated. They fail because they try to change too much, too fast, and they can't keep going. This book shows a better way. In this episode, I will share practical examples that you can use in daily life. My goal is to help you feel motivated, focused, and confident that you can improve one small step at a time. So, relax your shoulders and let's begin together. First, let's understand what atomic means in this book. Atomic means very small. An atomic habit is a small habit. It may look too small to matter, but it matters because it's repeated. And repeated action shape your future. Think about it like this. If you improve just a little each day, you may not see a difference today. You may not see a difference tomorrow. But after many days, that little improvement becomes a larger improvement. And the same is true in the negative direction. If you make small bad choices every day, the problem grows slowly. Many people don't notice the damage until it becomes big. This book teaches one important message. Your daily habits are not small. They are powerful. They are building your life one day at a time. Now, the question is, how do habits actually work? A habit is a behavior you do often and it becomes automatic. You don't need a lot of thinking. You do it without effort. For example, you may check your phone without planning to check it. You may snack without feeling hungry. You may delay a task without deciding to delay it. These habits happen because your brain learns a pattern. The book explains that habits follow a simple cycle. First, something triggers you. Then you do an action. Then you get the reward. After that, your brain remembers the pattern and it becomes easier next time. So, if you want to change a habit, you don't need to fight yourself every single day. You need to change the system that creates the habit. That idea is very empowering because it means you're not broken, you're not lazy, you're not bad at discipline. You are simply following a system that produces your current results. And if you change the system, you can change the result. Now, we move to one of the strongest ideas in the book. Many people try to change their habits by focusing on goals. They say, I want to lose weight, or I want to get a better job, or I want to read more books. Goals are fine, but goals alone are not enough. James Clear says something very, very important. The best way to change your habits is to change your identity. Identity means who you believe you are. If you believe I'm not a morning person, then waking up early feels impossible. If you believe I'm bad at math, then learning feels painful. If you believe I always quit, then quitting feels normal to you. But if you start thinking I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself, then your behavior will slowly match that identity. Here's a simple example. Instead of saying, I want to run, you can say, I am a runner. Instead of saying, I want to write, you can say, I am a writer. Instead of saying, I want to be organized, you can say, I am a person who values order. This doesn't mean you pretend. It means you build evidence for your identity with small actions. Every time you do a good habit, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. One vote doesn't decide the final result, but many votes do. This is motivating because it takes pressure away. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be awesome. You need to be consistent. You need to vote for your future again and again. Now you may be thinking, okay, I understand the idea, but how do I actually build habits that last? That's where the book gives a very useful framework. It explains 4 simple ways to build good habits and break bad habits. But we will not treat this like a checklist. We will walk through it like a conversation so it feels natural to you. The first key is to make your good habit obvious. If you don't see the habit, you forget it. If you forget it, you do not do it anymore. So, you need clear signals in your environments. For example, if you want to drink more water, place a water bottle on your desk where you can see it more often. If you want to read more, place a book on your pillow so you see it at night. If you want to practice a skill, place the tool you need in visible spots. This is not about willpower, it's about design. Your environment is always teaching you. It's always pushing you towards some behaviors. So you can choose to shape your environment to support the habits you wanted. A simple way to do this is to decide exactly when and where you will do the habit. Instead of saying, I will exercise more, you can say, after I wake up, I will walk for 10 minutes outside. Instead of saying, I will study, you can say, at 7 p.m., I will study at the kitchen table for 20 minutes. When you set a clear time and place, the habit becomes more obvious and it becomes easier to start. Now, what about bad habits? If you want to stop a bad habit, do the opposite things. Make it less obvious. If you want reduce phone time, don't keep your phone on the table. Put it in another room. If you want to eat fewer sweets, don't leave them on the counter. Put them out somewhere else or don't even buy them at all. The goal is simple. Make good habits easier to notice and bad habits harder to notice. Once a habit is obvious, then the next challenge is motivation. Many people know what to do. They just don't feel like doing it. That's why the next idea matters. To build a habit, make it attractive. Your brain likes rewards. If something feels good, you repeat it. If it feels boring or painful, you avoid it. So, you can connect the habit you want with something you enjoy. Here is a simple example. If you want to listen to music, you can allow yourself to listen only while you clean or walk. If you enjoy a special coffee, you can have it only while you read or study. If you like watching a show, you can watch after you finish a short workout. This approach helps because it links your new habit to a positive feeling. Another way is to join a culture where the habit is normal. If you spend time with people who value health, health habits feel normal. If you spend time with people who value learning, learning feels normal. If you spend time with people who plan and organize, planning feels normal. This doesn't mean you must change your friends. It means you can choose some environments that support the identity you want. Even a small community can help. Even one supportive partner can help. Now, to reduce a bad habit, do the opposite. Make it unattractive. That means you focus on the real cost, not the short pleasure. For example, if you want to stop late night scrolling, remind yourself what it costs you. It may cost sleep, it may cost focus tomorrow, it may cost your mood. When you connect the habit to a negative result, the habit becomes less attractive. Now, we move to the part where many people struggle the most. They may notice the habit. They may even want the habit, but the habit still feels hard to do. So, the next idea is about effort. To build a habit, make it easy. Many people believe change must be hard to be real, but that belief often blocks progress. The truth is, the easier a habit is, the more likely you will do it. A powerful idea in this book is to reduce the start barrier. If you can start, you can continue. So begin with a habit so small that it feels almost too easy. For example, if you want to start exercising, don't begin with 1 hour. Begin with 2 minutes. Put on your shoes and walk for 2 minutes. If you want to start reading, begin with 1 page. If you want to start writing, begin with 1 sentence. This is not a joke. It works because it trains your brain to show up. You're not trying to prove how strong you are. You are trying to build a routine. Once the routine exists, you can slowly grow it. Another way to make a habit easy is to prepare your environment. If you want to eat healthy, prepare healthy food so it's ready. If you want to work out, set your clothes out the night before. If you want to study, open your notebook and place it on your desk. When preparation is done, the habit feels lighter. It feels less like a fight. Now, for bad habits, do the opposite. Make them difficult. If you want to stop buying things online, remove your saved card on app. Log out of the app. If you want to stop watching too much TV, unplug the device and store the remote in a drawer. If you want to stop snacks, don't keep them close and ready. The goal is to add friction. Friction means extra steps. Extra steps reduce bad habits. Now, we come to a very important point. Even when a habit is obvious, attractive, and easy, you still need a reason to repeat it. And that reason is reward. To keep a habit, make it satisfying. Your brain learns best when it feels a reward soon after the action. The problem is that many good habits have slow rewards. For example, saving money feels boring today, but it helps you later. Exercising feels hard today, but it helps you later. Studying feels tiring today, but it helps you later. Bad habits often feel good now and bad later. Good habits often feel hard now and good later. So, the book suggests a simple solution. Make the good habit feel rewarding in the short term. One simple way is to track your habit. For example, you can mark an X on a calendar each day that you want to do that habit. You can use a small notebook and write done. You can use an app if you like. The tracking itself becomes a reward because you can see progress. When you see progress, you feel momentum, and momentum is powerful. Another helpful idea is to never break the habit twice in a row. Everyone misses a day, and that happens for everyone. That's normal. The key is to return to it quickly. If you miss one day, don't turn it into a week. If you miss one workout, do the next one. If you miss one reading day, read tomorrow. This protects your identity. It keeps your votes going. Now, to break a bad habit, do the opposite. Make it unsatisfying. That means add a cost, add a consequence, add accountability. For example, you can set a rule with someone. If you do the bad habit, you must do an extra chore. Or you must donate a small amount to a cause you don't like. The point is not to punish yourself harshly. The point is to create an immediate negative result so your brain doesn't treat that bad habit like a reward. Now, let's bring these ideas into daily life in a clear and simple way. Imagine you want to become a more focused person at work. You can start with identity. You can say, I am a person who values deep focus. Then you take small actions. You make it obvious by preparing your workspace before you start. You remove distractions you can see. You make it attractive by connecting focus to a positive outcome. You remind yourself how good it feels to finish important work. You make it easy by starting with a short focus session like 10 minutes. Then you grow it slowly. You make it satisfying by tracking your focus sessions. Maybe with a small mark each day. Now imagine you want to reduce a habit like constant phone checking. You can make it invisible by keeping the phone out of sight. You can make it unattractive by connecting it to stress and lost time. You can make it difficult by logging out or turning off notifications. You can make it unsatisfying by adding a clear rule that creates a cost. When you do this, you are not relying on motivation. You are building a better system. And this is the heart of atomic habits. Now, I want to highlight one more powerful message from the book. Goals are about results. Systems are about the process. Goals are fine, but goals are temporary. After you reach a goal, what happens next? Many people stop. That's why they fall back. But the system is something you will live with it. It becomes part of who you are. If your goal is to clean your room, that's good. But if your system is to put things away each day, your room stays clean. If your goal is to finish a project, that's good. But if your system is to do focus work each morning, your projects keep getting done. If your goal is to read one book, that's good. But if your system is to read 10 minutes each night, you become a reader. This is why small habits are so powerful. They create a system that keeps producing results. Now, before we close, I want to address a common problem. People often say, I tried habits before and I failed. If that's you, please listen carefully. Failing at habits doesn't mean you are weak. It often means the habit was too big, too unclear, or too difficult. Or your environment was pushing you in the wrong direction. The solution is not shame. The solution is adjustment. Make the habit smaller, make the signal clearer, make the action easier, and make the reward more visible. And remember this, consistency is more important than intensity. Doing a small habit every day is better than doing a big habit once and quitting. Let's end with a simple truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. If you want a better life, don't wait for a perfect day. Build a small habit today. Make it so easy that you can't say no. Make it so clear that you can't forget. make it so satisfying that you want to repeat it and keep voting for the person you want to become. One small habit may feel like nothing, but over time, it becomes everything. Thank you for watching Dassi Insights today. If this episode helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who wants to improve their life one small step at a time. And in comments, tell me what a small habit you want to start this week. Until next time, stay focused, stay positive, and keep building.